welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, in all configurations of being to Myst 2021. We had just completed the Serenity Age in the last episode, and also got a little bit more of the story down from the brothers. We are now at the bottom of a well, underneath of a tree. We are actually underground in Myst right now, getting ready to head into Channelwood. Channelwood Age being my favorite of all of the ages. So last but not least, welcome to Channelwood. Maybe. Now, just the movement of the water and the algae on top, the sounds of the frogs, and the splashing. Creaking and everything is serene. It feels good. There is a little friend. See? I don't know any more words that I can use to describe this, to be honest. As we are trying to pump water into different motors. Alright, give me just a moment here. I want to go ahead and see if I can unlock something to make it a lot easier for all of us. And I cannot at the moment, so we'll go back. Now, in the original, you just played around with this little valve right here, but I like the fact that they actually put in a proper valve. Okay, good. We'll go ahead and use this elevator to head up into... Just like in the original, you actually have to shut the door in order to... are now up in the treehouse level of the game. At least the first level of treehouses, anyway. We went down to the wood planks, everything. The huts, the trees, the sunshine through the trees, everything is just amazing. And down onto the swamps below. Sorry if I seem so quiet during this, it just relaxes me. This age. If there's something I needed to do down underneath, or if that just activated something over there. In any event, we're headed in that direction anyway to open the doors. And it's easy, honestly, to get lost in this game. You're going to get lost for the sake of just getting lost. And that is very welcoming. Let's go around the other direction. See if I can spot the other two tree houses real quick. There's one. No, that's not it. Sounds are hauntingly eerie and yet so very much relaxing and serene. No, I am not operating off of a map of this area at all. Just like in my previous run through. I have no idea where I'm going. This looks completely abandoned. This is probably going to be one of the quieter ones, quieter episodes, considering that I am constantly at awe over this. And this being the final age of Myst, I just want to sit here and enjoy it. Really. Now we need to flip this around real quick. Go back up the spiral to get to that elevator. Yes, this part does actually mess with me a little bit, but I'm doing all right as far as the motion sickness is concerned.
Light sickness?
For the moment. Go this way. These were the two houses I was trying to find from below. Which unfortunately I wasn't in the right place to find them. Ah, Cirrus. We can tell because there are daggers and wine bottles everywhere. Oh, would you look at that? And these are actually the various inks of Channelwood, which, if you've read the journal in the library, would explain a little more in depth why people of Channelwood actually enjoyed pranking the boys. This is actually one half of a letter that explains how to get the white page. I haven't been able to figure out where the other half of that book, or half of this page is, but Plain View on Myst can be accessed easily if simple instructions followed. First, locate the switches, all of the switches on the island. If the switches to the on position, go to the dock, turn the marker switch in the off. And that's for the secret vault access. For some reason I haven't been able to find the other half of that paper. Not in my last playthrough anyway, and I was actually looking quite hard.
Juntai kuadua joa.
Creepy. And of course, yes, it actually does still do that in this game. Now we can actually unlock this. Wait a minute. Did you see that? The light went off. And the light came on as I got closer. That's weird. We did pick up the red page, too, I think. Did one of the other ages, I know that.
I hope I pushed the right button, my dear brother. What a very interesting device you have here. I'm not erasing anything important, am I? Remember, he is preparing. Take only one page, my dear brother.
That was a warning about the blue and the red book. Without the one page for the Myst and linking book. I think it was the one page from the Myst linking book. Alright, and now we return back to the ground floor. Because we've done everything we need to do up in the upper area. Now we actually have to get to the linking book to take us back to the Myst, and we can explore the various inmates of the game. Just right there. Actually look up, unlike in the other game you couldn't exactly look up, but you could actually see all of the houses and everything that was part of the game in this thing, or in this rendition, and that is actually quite, it's a new experience, to be honest, and we can no longer compare this game to the original, other than it's the exact same storyline, it's the same storyline, it's the same roundabout essential plot, but it is by far not the original game. If I thought I could stand VR, I would just for the sake of being able to do so. And actually exploring this wonderful game. One last thing that we have to do. And that is terrorize a frog, apparently. And that actually is to go up and return to Myst. And I hate to do so, but we can always revisit Channelwood. We can revisit all of the ages after the end of the game.
glad to see that you have returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was Cirrus who did this to me. Cirrus, my wicked brother. Do not listen to him. I warn you. I warn you again. He is a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. It began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded up riches for himself. While father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forests. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn my father. And when I finally found him, there was Cirrus also, talking cleverly with the lying tongue of a serpent. He convinced father that it was I who had destroyed the ages. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he had planned, and his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies. And so, in dying, father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you, what I say is the truth. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father's wrongful murder. Believe me. You must only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It is the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Take only the blue page and return it quickly to me. Oh, and do not touch the green book. It is a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die, imprisoned as I am. I tell you, if you follow my instructions, it will be well worth your while. I promise you that. Go. Go.
Okay, at least now we know about the book which they're referring to is right here. And it's already open. I did not do this automatically. It's already open. And sadly, due to my incessant playing as a youth of this game, as well as a few other things, I do have that pattern completely memorized. So we will actually cover that in the next episode. But we're going to go ahead and listen to Cirrus' side of the story prior to calling it an episode.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me. My name is Cirrus. I trust that from your explorations, you've become convinced that my wicked brother Agnar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here, imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now you have surely discovered that Aknar has burnt and mutilated most of these books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to his books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst Ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. His thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst Ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Aknar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page, and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library, which is mostly burned, but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158. Recreate the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released. And able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another one. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be in prison forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
Alright, and that will actually take care of it for this episode of Myst 2021. And we will cover all 4 endings in the next episode. So thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of Myst. It has been a wonderful journey so far. If you liked it, hit that like button, love it, share it, subscribe if you wish. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, in all configurations of being, I will see you in the next video. Later.